Hello students, this is Asma Babwani. Today I will explain you Social Science of Grade 7, Chapter 12, Effects of Atmosphere on Living Beings. Let's start the chapter. Formation of Atmosphere. It is believed that the Earth is separated from the Sun. It was in the form of a fireball when it originated. This warm ball slowly began to cool. As it cooled, the elements lying in it began to transform into liquid, solid, and gases. The elements that transformed into solid form, we know it as lithosphere. The liquid elements are known as hydrosphere, and which are transformed into gases are known as atmosphere. Students, the earth was in the form of a gaseous fireball initially. The fireball it slowly cooled down and some of its matter was transformed into liquid and solid state. So during this process the matter which condensed into solid material it created the lithosphere. Then the matter which transformed into liquid form, hydrosphere was created with it, and the matter which condensed into gaseous form it is called as atmosphere. The life which developed into the lithosphere, the hydrosphere, and the atmosphere is called biosphere. So in this way the four layers of the atmosphere they came into existence. Atmosphere. The layer of air that surrounds the earth is known as an atmosphere. It is extended to an altitude of hundreds of kilometers from the surface of the earth. It is difficult to say what is the height of the border above it. However, the atmosphere is considered to be existed only till the effect of the earth's gravitation remains in space. The atmospheric layer contains 99% of air up to 32 kilometers above the earth's surface. As we rise above the surface of the earth, the air becomes thinner. Students, the gaseous layer which encircles the earth is called atmosphere. It is believed that the atmosphere exists till the effect of the gravitational force of the earth and is felt in the space. About 99% of air is contained in the atmosphere up to a height of 32 kilometers, that is above the surface of the earth. The atmosphere near the surface of the earth is dense while the air becomes thinner as we go high above the surface of the earth. And the existence of life on earth is impossible without the atmosphere. Atmospheric gases. The existence of life on the earth is impossible without atmosphere. Atmosphere is composed of gaseous, liquids, and solid elements. Oxygen and nitrogen gases present in it are important for ecosystem. Fog, mist, clouds, etc. are the forms of water in the atmosphere. There are mainly snow particles and living organisms in liquid elements. The atmosphere protects the earth from extreme heat during the day and extreme cold at night. The amount of gases existing in atmosphere is shown in the table above. Students, the gaseous, liquid and solid elements are found in atmosphere. Various gases, vapor and humidity are included in gaseous elements. Then in liquid elements, form of water like clouds, fog, dew, water, etc. are included. And in solid elements, minute snow particles, snow, saline contents and microorganisms are included. You can see a table on page number 66 in which the amount of gases present in atmosphere is given. See table on page number 66. In it is already mentioned that the atmosphere it consists of various gases like nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, etc. The amount, that is the proportion of nitrogen in the lower strata of this atmosphere is about 78%, that is 78.03%. The amount, that is proportion of oxygen, is about 21%, but exactly it is 20.99%. Then the among other gases, the amount of argon gas is 0.94%, and carbon dioxide is about 0.03%, and all the other gases combine and constitute about 0.01%. Nitrogen is found up to 130 kilometers, whereas oxygen is found up to 110 kilometers, and carbon dioxide is found approximately up to 20 kilometers, whereas hydrogen and helium is found in abundant quantity above the height of 130 kilometer. Students, here the height of the gases in atmosphere is given. Carbon dioxide is found up to the height of 20 kilometers. Then oxygen is found up to 110 kilometers. Then nitrogen is found up to 130 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Then ozone gas is found up to height of 15 to 35 kilometers. The atmosphere above the height of 130 kilometer is composed of hydrogen and helium gases. Formation of atmospheric layer. As the altitude extends upward from the surface of the earth, the atmosphere is divided into different layers depending upon the change in temperature and composition of gases. On the basis of this change, it is divided into four sublayers. First is troposphere, second stratosphere, third mesosphere, and fourth thermosphere. Students, on the basis of the changes in temperature and composition of gases, the atmosphere is divided into four layers, that is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, and thermosphere. Let's study about these four spheres. First, troposphere. The first layer of the atmosphere that surrounds the earth is called troposphere. It extends up to an altitude of approximately 16 km at the equator, about 12 km in the temperate zone, and 8 km at the poles. Changes occur in it according to the seasons. This layer is very important for ecosystem. Atmospheric storms, sound waves, wind formation, lightning, rain, clouds, etc. occur in this layer. In this layer, the temperature decreases at the rate of 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer of altitude. At the height where temperature stops decreasing, that limit is called troposphere limit. Students, kindly refer to the picture of page number 67. Now we will study about troposphere, then we will study about stratosphere, then mesosphere and thermosphere. So in troposphere, it is the first layer of the atmosphere starting from the surface of the earth. So this layer is called troposphere, and it extends up to an altitude, that is height. Altitude means height of approximately 16 km on equator, then 12 km on temperate zones, and 8 km on poles. There are changes in the layers according to the seasons in troposphere, and this layer affects the life, that is the ecosystem, very much on the earth. In this zone, atmospheric disturbances, that is noises, sound waves, formation of the air, lightning, clouds, rain, etc., all these occur. The temperature decreases at the rate of about 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer of altitude in this zone, and the height at which the temperature stops decreasing, that limit is called troposphere limit, or it is called tropopause. The second layer is stratosphere. The layer above the troposphere is called stratosphere, which extends from the troposphere to a height of about 50 kilometers. In this layer, as the height increases, temperature also increases. Seasons, clouds, rain, cyclone, etc. are not seen in this layer. The air is clean and thin here, so the jet plane can fly faster with less obstruction. At an altitude of about 15 km to 35 km, the amount of ozone gas is more, which absorbs the sun's extremely hot ultraviolet rays. Students, this layer of the atmosphere, which is stratosphere, it extends up to a height of 50 kilometers from the tropopause. Okay, temperature in this layer remains uniform. That is why it is called stratosphere. The movement of air, storms, clouds, then rain, seasons, or snow, all these things do not occur here. The air here is very thin and clear, so it is most favorable for flights. Jet planes can fly faster with less obstruction. The temperature stops increasing at a height of 50 km in this layer. The height at which the temperature stops increasing is called tropopause, which I told you in the paragraph of troposphere. Okay, so it is called troposphere limit or tropopause. The layer situated at an altitude between 15 to 35 km of stratosphere is called ozone layer. And there is more proportion of ozone gas which absorbs the extremely hot ultraviolet sun rays. Ozone gas purifies the air. It is hygienic for human beings. When the asteroids pass through this layer, they are burnt and destroyed. Mesosphere. The part of atmosphere up to an altitude of about 80 km above the stratosphere is called mesosphere. Here the temperature decreases with the increasing altitude. Students, the part of atmospheric zone extending up to an altitude of about 80 km above the stratosphere is called mesosphere. Thermosphere. This layer is located above the mesosphere starting from 80 kilometers. Students, you can see in the figure of page number 67. It is extended up to the completion of atmosphere. Here the air is extremely thin. As we go higher and higher, atmospheric temperature increases. This layer is divided into two subdivisions, ionosphere and exosphere. The radio waves are reflected from ionosphere. TV, radio broadcasting, advantage of internet is indebted to this layer. The layer above the ionosphere is called exosphere. Students, starting from about 80 km above the mesosphere till the end of the atmosphere, the entire layer of the air is called thermosphere. In this layer of the atmosphere, the air is extremely thin and hot. The temperature increases as we go higher and higher in this layer. This is divided into two divisions. First is ionosphere and exosphere. The radio and television waves are reflected back from the ionosphere. The transmission of television, radio broadcasting and the advantage of internet, all these are given to this ionosphere, okay? And the layer above the ionosphere is called exosphere. Weather. Weather is a short time average condition of atmosphere. Weather of any place or region is decided on the basis of its temperature, humidity, rain, air pressure, fog or clouds. Weather of morning, noon, evening or night may vary. Students, weather is an average atmospheric condition for a short time. The weather of any place or a region is decided by the air, temperature, humidity, atmospheric pressure, fog or cloud. The weather may vary in the morning, noon, evening or night. Many times, as you say, in the morning it was very cold and now in the afternoon it's very hot. So it is called weather. Weather can change in the morning also, in evening also, noon also and night also. So that is called weather. Weather is a short-term condition of the atmosphere. Changes may occur in it from time to time. Cold in the morning, hot in the afternoon and rainfall in the evening. This is to be possible in weather. Our life and activities are affected due to weather. Weather department of our country releases weather news and weather maps daily. Know this, the headquarter of the Weather Department of India is in Delhi. It is known as IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department. Around 100 different observation centers of India are located in India and Antarctica. Its four regional centers are situated in Mumbai, Kolkata, Nagpur and Pune. Students, as the weather is a condition of atmosphere for a short time, there are changes at different times. It is possible that weather would be cold in the morning, warm in the afternoon and rainy in evening, as I told before. Our lives and activities are affected by the weather. The meteorological department of the country releases weather forecast and the weather maps daily. The headquarters of the weather office is located in Delhi. It is known as IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department. Climate. Generally, the average weather condition of any region for 35 years or more is climate. Climate is decided keeping the local condition, that is temperature, humidity, rainfall, air pressure, fog in mind. Climate directly affects the ecology, fauna, human life and other such activities of the region. Students, the climate of any region means the average weather conditions of a place or a region experienced for over 35 or more years. The elements of the atmosphere, like temperature, humidity, rainfall, atmospheric pressure, fog, winds, etc., they decide the climate of any region. And climate of any place directly affects the living organisms, that is ecology word is used in the paragraph, and the word fauna means animal life. It affects living organisms or animal life and human life and their activities. Temperature. The surface of heat in the air is called temperature. The difference in the temperature of atmosphere is felt only during the day and night. Temperature also changes according to the seasons. Temperature is higher in summer than in winter. Students, the level of the heat in the atmosphere is called temperature. A difference is experienced in the temperature during day and night. You can feel the difference on the temperature many a times. You say that the days are hot and the nights are colder, and many a times you say that the days are also colder and nights are also colder. So the temperature changes according to the seasons. The temperature is more during summer than in winter. Insolation is an important factor that affects the temperature distribution. The measure of insolation decreases from the equator to poles. Due to this, the pole regions are covered with ice. If the temperature of the earth rises, the crop will not be able to grow. Temperature is experienced higher in cities than in villages due to asphalt roads and buildings made up of cement. Students, insolation is an important factor affecting the distribution of temperature. The insolation decreases from the equator towards the poles. Due to this reason, the polar regions are always covered with ice. If the temperature on the earth increases, then crops cannot be grown, and higher temperature is experienced in cities rather than villages, because in cities we make metal roads, paved roads are called, and the buildings are made up of cement. So we experience high temperature in cities rather than villages. Atmospheric pressure. The layer of air around the earth has a weight. A huge layer of air pushes the surface of the earth according to its weight. It is called atmospheric pressure. The pressure of the atmosphere is higher on a surface of the ocean. Atmospheric pressure decreases on moving higher from the surface of the earth. In a region with high temperature, gases become hot and move upwards and create a low pressure. Low pressure is connected with cloudy and humid seasons. In low temperature regions, the atmosphere is cool, so pressure is high. Students, the layer of the air gets some weight due to gravitational force of the earth. The huge layer of the air exerts pressure on the surface of the earth according to its weight, which is known as atmospheric pressure. That is the pressure created by atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure is maximum at the sea level. The pressure decreases while going higher from the surface of the earth. In the regions of high temperature, the gases heat up and rise upwards. That creates low atmospheric pressure there at that place. The low pressure is connected with the cloudy and humid seasons. The atmosphere is cool in the regions of less temperature, so the atmospheric pressure is high there. Wind. The dynamic air that surrounds the earth is called wind. There are three main types of light to heavy pressures of air that form up on the earth. First is permanent winds, second seasonal winds, third daily or local winds. Students, you can see a flow chart on page number 68 in which you can see the types of winds, that is permanent, seasonal and or daily or local winds. In permanent winds, you get trade winds, westerly winds, and polar winds. In seasonal winds, you can see the seasonal winds of summer and seasonal winds of winter. And in daily or local winds, you can see sea land breezes and mountain valley breezes. On the basis of atmospheric pressure, there are three main types of winds, that is permanent winds, seasonal winds and daily or local winds. So we will study about permanent winds, seasonal winds and daily winds on page number 69. Let's start the first one. Permanent winds. In some parts of the earth's surface, winds blow from a certain direction throughout the year, which are called permanent winds. Permanent winds include trade winds, westerly and polar winds. Students, the winds which blow throughout the year, the whole year, from a certain direction, that is from one particular direction in some parts of the surface of the earth, these winds are called permanent winds. And the examples of these winds are trade winds, westerlies and polar winds. These are the examples of permanent winds. The second type of wind is seasonal winds. On the surface of the earth, some winds blow according to the season and their direction is changed according to the season. Such winds are called seasonal winds. In countries like India, Myanmar, Bangladesh, etc., such types of winds blow, so they are known as the country of seasonal winds. In summer, winds of the southwest and winter winds blowing from the northeast direction are the examples of this type of winds. Students, some winds on the surface of the earth, they blow according to the season. The winds which change their direction according to the season are called seasonal winds. These winds are also called monsoon winds. These winds blow from southwest direction. Southwest direction is also known as Nairitya direction during summer, and from northeast direction, that is Ishan, during winter. Monsoon winds blow in India, Myanmar, Bangladesh, etc. So these countries are called the countries of monsoon winds. Daily or local winds. On the surface of the earth, in some regions for short time, due to change in air pressure, winds are formed, that is called daily or local winds. Examples of local winds are sea, land breezes, mountain and valley breezes, loo, heat waves, and sheet leher, cold waves, etc. Students, in some regions on the surface of the earth, the winds originating for a short time due to the change in the atmospheric pressure are called local or daily winds. Sea and land breezes, then mountain and valley winds, then you can say loo, that is hot waves, or ushna leher, and cold wave or sheet leher, etc. These are the types of local winds. Know this, from the Arabic word mosim, the winds are named monsoon winds. A sudden change in air pressure causes cyclone. Cyclone is called typhoon, hurricane and tornado. 60 to 80 kilometer winds are called gusty winds, while 80 to 120 kilometers per hour winds are called hurricane. Now you can see the activity in which you can see two pictures. One is wind direction indicator and second is anemometer. And the activity given here is get information and utility about these two pictures from your teachers. Students, first I will give you the information of the first picture, which is wind direction indicator. Wind direction indicator is also known as wind vane. This instrument is used to know as to from which the direction does the wind is blowing. It is also called weathercock, that is pavan kukut. As shown in the figure above, the pointer of the arrow, it points towards the direction from which the wind is blowing. Four iron spokes indicating the first four letters of the directions, that is east, west, north and south. EWNS. These are attached to the iron rod below the arrow. The arrow rotates when the wind blows. The direction of the wind can be known from the arrow pointing towards the direction written on the rod. Example, if it is S on the rod, it can be said that the wind is blowing from south direction, and so on. The second picture given here is of anemometer. This instrument is known as anemometer. The speed of the wind is called velocity of the wind. The wind velocity can be recorded by an instrument called anemometer, which you can see here in this picture. As shown in the figure above, 4 cups are attached to 4 spokes on one vertical iron axis. When the wind blows, the rod and the spokes rotate. Due to this, the vertical iron axis also rotates. There is a mechanical arrangement below the iron axis. The rotation numbers of the rod and the cups are recorded. The wind velocity can be known from these numbers. Anemometer is placed at a meteorological offices and at the agricultural research centers. Humidity. The water of the ocean and reservoirs that evaporates turns into vapor is called moisture. Moisture is added into the atmosphere by the process of evaporation from the Earth's surface. Moisture in the atmosphere becomes clouds through the process of condensation and returns to the surface of the Earth in the form of rain. Students, in short, humidity is the water vapor which is formed due to the evaporation of the water of the oceans or seas, river or reservoirs. This is called humidity and it is also called moisture. And the moisture in the atmosphere, first it becomes clouds, and again after the process of condensation it again returns to the surface of the earth in the form of rain. You have already studied about the water cycle in your 5th and 6th standard. It's the same process. Climate and human life. The impact of any region's climate is closely observed on food, clothing, dwelling, etc. Students, whenever you go to different places, you can see the impact, the effect of climate on the people, their food habits, their clothing, the way of clothing, their dwellings, the way of their houses built, and etc. Second point is, in more rain-fed regions, the roofs of houses are steeply sloping, while in less rain-fed region, houses with a low slope and flat roofs are found. Students, you must have seen that wherever there is more rain-fed regions means wherever the rainfall is more on those regions, you can see the roof of the houses, they are having steep slopes, that is slanting slopes. Okay, roofs are slanting, and the houses in the regions where there is less rainfall, they have less slopy type area, or they have flat roof of their houses. Third point is, the crops that are grown in the region are mostly taken in the diet of the people of the same region. For example, wheat is food of people of the plains and maize is the food of people of the hilly region. Students, the people of respective regions consume local crops in their food. For example, people who are dwelling in the plains, they take wheat in their food, whereas the people in the hilly regions, they take maize in their food. And many times the people who are residing near the coastal areas, their staple diet is mostly fish and rice, that kind of. Fourth point, people use warm woolen clothes to cover the whole body in cold regions, for example, people of Ladakh. Students, the people of the region where there is heavy cold, they put on woolen clothes to keep themselves warm, which would cover their entire body. For example, you must have seen the people of Ladakh wearing those kind of clothes. Point number 5 is, in the region where there is a warm climate, people wear cotton and loose clothing. Example, people of southern India. Students, the people in the hot, or you can say warm climatic region, those people put on loose and cotton clothes. For example, people of South Asia, because there is more heat in the southern part of India. Next point is, people in hot deserts wrap a handkerchief of cloth around their heads to avoid the constantly flying sand. Example, people of Arabia. Students, the people in hot deserts, they put on scarf or a headgear around their head to protect themselves against the constantly blowing sand. You must have seen the people of Saudi Arabia, they put a cloth on their head to avoid their hair to get exposed to the flying sand. Okay, next point is, human nature is lazy in an area with hot and humid climate, while working capacity of the people is more in the temperate zone due to its pleasant climate. Students, the people in the regions of hot and humid climate are lazy in nature, while the people in temperate climatic region are industrious, they work more. Point number 8 is, in the region of seasonal climate, except the monsoon period, several celebrations of various social occasions are seen. Students, people celebrate the festivals mostly according to the climate. Celebration of many social events is seen during the time other than the rainy season, that is in a monsoon country like India. Let's study about natural flora and fauna. The growth of natural vegetation depends on the soil, temperature, and humidity. In addition to this, the slope and depth of soil or its thickness of soil affect the growth of natural vegetation. Due to the diversity in these components, the natural vegetation of a particular region is dense and change is found in its types. Natural vegetation is classified into three main sections. Those are forest, meadows, and thorny bushes and shrubs. Students, flora means the natural vegetation and fauna is the wildlife. The growth of natural vegetation depends on the soil, temperature, and humidity. Besides this, the slope of the lands, the depth, and the thickness of the soil also affect the growth of the natural vegetation. Students, natural vegetation is classified into three types. The types of the natural vegetation are mainly dependent on climate and rainfall. They are forest, second number is grassland, which is also known as meadows, and third number is thorny bushes and shrubs. First section is forest. Vegetation is grown in a region with favorable temperature and rainfall. Depending on the temperature and rainfall, dense or scattered forests are found. Students, the forests are found in the regions with favorable temperature and rainfall for the growth of vegetation. Depending on the temperature and rainfall, scattered, dense, or sparse forests are found. Second number is meadows or grasslands. This is located in a region with moderate rainfall. Students, the grasslands or meadows are found in the regions with moderate, that is, neither too much rainfall nor very less rainfall, moderate rainfall. Third one is thorny bushes and shrubs. This plant is found in arid and low rainfall regions. The main reason for the change in the type of natural vegetation is the climatic change. Let us know about the natural flora and fauna of the world which are found in it. Students, thorny bushes and shrubs are found in the regions of hot and dry climate and with less rainfall. You must have seen most of the times that cactus plant. You must have seen in the pictures or in movies or in any other way. You must have seen that whenever wherever the cactus is being grown, or it is mostly seen in the desert areas. Okay, so those kind of plants grow in the area with hot and dry climate and with less rainfall. Students, now we will study about natural vegetation, that is the types of forest, which was the first point. The second one is meadows, that is types of grasslands, and then we'll study about thorny bushes and shrubs. Let's start with the types of forest. Tropical evergreen forest is the first type of forest. These forests are also called tropical rainforest. These dense forests are found in the equator and the tropics. The climate of this region is hot and humid due to heavy rainfall throughout the year. The leaves of the plants of this region do not fall together. They remain green throughout the year and thus they are called evergreen forests. In this forest, rosewood, ebony, mahogany, etc. are found. In India, these types of forests are found in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Students, the tropical evergreen forests are also called tropical rainforests. These forests have a dense canopy. These are found in equatorial and tropical regions. The climate of this region is very hot and humid due to heavy rains. Due to this geographical favor, the trees here never shed their leaves simultaneously. New leaves keep blossoming, and which is why the forests are evergreen throughout the year. Major trees here are rosewood, ebony wood, mahogany, rubber, etc. The tropical evergreen forests are found in the Andaman Nicobar Islands in India. The second type of forest is tropical deciduous forest. Tropical forests are also called deciduous forest. In this region, the climate is hot and the amount of rain is less. In the summer season, within 6 to 8 weeks, the leaves of the plant fall off from trees. It is known as deciduous forest. In this forest, hard timber plants like teak, sal, neem, sesame, etc. are grown. These forests are found in the highlands of India, hilly regions, that is hilly areas, North Australia, and such type of vegetation are found in a large part of Central America. In these forests, animals like tigers, Asian lions, elephant, golden monkey, etc. are found. In this region, peacocks, hawks, parrots, pigeons, manas are found in large numbers. Students, the tropical region receives more of heat and less of rain. So, in autumn season, the trees shed their leaves within 6 to 8 weeks. That is why these forests are called deciduous, and even it is known as kharau or pankar forest. Then teak, sal, sesame, neem, that is called limbo, etc. are important trees here. The wood of these trees is very hard and heavy. It is used in construction of buildings. These tropical forests are found in North Australia and in larger area of Central America as well as in the highlands and mountainous regions. Tiger, which is the national animal of India, then Asiatic lions, elephants, golden langurs, monkeys, etc. are found in these forests. Besides these animals, birds like peacock, which is the national bird of India, manna, which is canary bird, hawk, parrot, shrike is also known as kabar, dove, etc. are found here. Temperate evergreen forests. In this region, temperature is even and rainfall is heavy. In this region, evergreen forests are found. These forests are found in Southeast America, South China, and Southeast Brazil, as well as in the northeastern mountainous region of India. The main plants that are grown in the forest are bamboo, pine, and eucalyptus. In this forest, elephants, one-horned rhinoceros, etc. animals are found. Students, in this region the climate is temperate and rainfall is heavy throughout the year. So the forests are evergreen throughout the year. These forests are found in Southeast America, South China, Southeast Brazil and the northeastern mountainous region of India. Bamboo, chid, nilgiri, etc. are the main trees here. Elephants and one-horned rhinoceros are found in these forests. Fourth type of forest is temperate tropical forest. These forests are found in the north of Tropic of Cancer and in the south regions of Tropic of Capricorn. These forests are found in Northeast America, China, New Zealand, Chile, and Western Europe as well as in North India. In these forests, major plants like oak, maple are found. Animals like deer, fox, wolves are found in these forests. Students, temperate deciduous forest. These are found in the north of Tropic of Cancer. Temperate tropical forest is also known as temperate deciduous forest and they are found in the north of Tropic of Cancer and to the south of Tropic of Capricorn. These forests are found in Northeast America, then in China, New Zealand, Chile, Western Europe and North India. The trees found here are oak, maple, etc. in this forest and the animals like deer, foxes and wolves are found in these regions. Fifth type of forest is Mediterranean forest. These forests are found in the region near the Mediterranean Sea, which is found mostly in Europe, Africa, Asia continent. The climate of this region is hot, dry in summer, cold and moist in winter. Citrus fruit plants like oranges, figs, olives, grapes, etc. are found in these regions. Students, Mediterranean forests are found in the regions near the Mediterranean Sea, such as most of Europe, Africa, and Asia. The Mediterranean climate is of special characteristic. Here the summer is longer, dry, and hot, while the winter is short, mild, and humid. So the vegetation here has a peculiar characteristic to conserve humidity for a longer time. Many citrus and juicy fruits like grapes, oranges, mulberry, fig, olive, apple, pear, which is known as naspati, peach, plum, apricot, etc. grow in this region. So this region is also called as region of fruit garden. Sixth kind of forest is coniferous forests. These forests are found in a region with cold climate of about 50 to 70 north latitudes as well as in high mountain regions. The vegetations of these forests are in a conical shape. In these forests, pine, cedar, fir, or many more trees are found. These are the main plants there. The wood of these plants are soft and fluffy. It is used more in paper, matchsticks, or in packing. In this region, animals like monkey, polar bears, musk deer, yaks, etc. are found. Students, the region of coniferous forest is situated only in northern hemisphere, that is between 50 north latitude to 70 north latitude in the high mountainous regions. The trees here are conical in shape and the branches incline towards the surface. So at the time of snowfall, the snow easily falls down. The branches do not break due to the weight of the snow. Cheat, deodar, fir, spruce, etc. are main trees here. The wood of these trees is soft and full of pulp from inside. So it is useful in making paper and matchsticks and for the boxes to pack tea and the medicines. Animals like monkeys, polar bears, which are white bears, musk deer, then yak, reindeer, etc. are found in the coniferous forest. In spring season, various birds come here. There is a nuisance of poisonous insects and mosquitoes in the humid regions. Students, now we will study about the next kind of vegetation, that is grasslands. There are two types of grasslands. First is tropical grassland and second is temperate grasslands. First, tropical grasslands. The climate of this region is hot. The rainfall here is moderate to low. Here grass grows to a height of 3 to 4 meters. The Savannah grassland in Africa is world famous. Many animals, main animals like lions, leopards, elephants, zebras, giraffes, deer are found in this region. Students, in tropical grassland, the climate of this region is hot and the rainfall is moderate to low. Moderate to low means from medium to low quantity, and the height of the grass in this region is 3 to 4 meters. And this type of grassland is found in Africa, which is the savanna grasslands. It's the world famous grassland. And the animals which are found here are lions, leopards, elephants, zebras, giraffes, deer, kangaroos, panthers are found in this grassland. Second is temperate grasslands. Short and nutritious grass grows in the middle of the continents which have a moderate climate. In this region, animals like wild buffalo, bison, and antelope are found. In Gujarat, this type of grass grows in Velavdar of Bhavnagar and Bunny area of Kutch. Students, temperate grasslands are situated in the central part of the continents having temperate climatic regions of the earth. The grass here is short and nutritious. This type of grass grows in Velavdar of Bhavnagar and Bunny area of Kutch in Gujarat. Wild buffalo, bison, and black buck are found in these regions. Now, the third kind and the last kind of the natural vegetation is thorny bushes and shrubs. The climate of the desert is warm and dry. Vegetation is seen less in this region. To adjust with the climate, thorny vegetation is found. Plants like bodhi, thor, acacia, khijdi, etc. are found in this area. In this region, animals like camels, foxes, hyena are found. Animal like the wild ass that is found in the Little Run of Kutch is unique in the world. Apart from this, flamingos are seen in a muddy area of the Great Desert of Kutch. Migratory birds also come here. Snakes and scorpions are also found in this region. Besides, shrubs and short grasses grow in the highlands of the mountains in the region with cold and arid climates. Such vegetation is found in the regions of the Himalayas and Ladakh. Animals like snow leopards, pandas, etc. are seen here. Pashmina goats are also seen in Kashmir. Students, the climate of the desert is hot, dry, and extremely adverse. There is very little vegetation due to inadequate rainfall and a long, dry season. The thorny vegetation here, which can conserve the humidity for a longer duration, is found. Cactus, acacia, jujube, that is bodhi, chijado, date palm, etc. are main trees here. Then camels, jackals, henna, sheep, goats, horses, donkeys, mules, etc. are found in deserts. The camel is called the ship of deserts due to its utility. Wild ass, that is Gudkar, which is considered to be unique in the world, is found in the Little Run of Kutch. Flamingos are found in the muddy area of Greater Run of Kutch. Then reptiles like snake, lizard and sandas and scorpions, rats and insects which can hide in the sand are also found here. The climate is cold and dry on the highlands of the mountains. Short grass and shrubs grow here. Such vegetation is found in the Himalayas and Ladakh. Animals like snow leopards, panthers, panda, etc. are seen here. Then Pashmino goats are seen in Kashmir. Students, here we end our chapter Effects of Atmosphere on Living Beings. Students, if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe the channel Asma Babwani. Click on the bell icon to get the latest updates. Like the videos, share the videos and do comment on all the videos.